Hi guys, I'm back at church today because I'm going to clean the pews so we've got clean pews so we can go to church, right? And I'm going to do a Sunday school lesson at church for the kids who are here. It's probably going to be around the same thing, but I'll talk about different things and we'll do craft and stuff. So if you come, I'll do a Sunday school lesson with you there too, so we can go out in the other room and we'll be safe. So I wanted to talk today about the 4th of July, because the 4th of July is on Saturday, right? And I want to tell you what it's about, why we do it, and then how it relates to what we learn at church, all right? So the 4th of July is a holiday to celebrate when the United States became a country. So the United States didn't used to be a country. It used to be part of England. It was part of England. And they had to follow the rules. Everybody who lived in the United States had to follow the rules of England. There was an issue though, and here's the issue. All of the rules were being made in England, far, far away. And they didn't know the people here. And the people here had to follow rules that they didn't understand why they had to do that. Now, in the United States right now, you have some freedom, and one of the freedoms is that you can choose who's going to make the rules, right? And the way you do that is you go and you vote. Maybe you've gone with mom to vote and you go in the building and then they give you a little space to go inside and you push the buttons. And that tells you who you can make a choice as to who's going to be the president and who's going to be the governor and who's going to be the mayor of your town. You have that freedom to do that. So, but back then, you couldn't do that. The people in England did it, but the people in the United States didn't have that choice to do that. So they didn't have any say in who ran their country. So they got a little bit upset and they said, we're going to change things. So they had a thing called a war. War is tough, and it's not something that should be your first choice, but that's what they did, and they won the war, and now the United States can make their own choices. You can go and you can vote, and you can do, you have a little bit of a say of what happens when you're a grown-up, when you're 18. So that kind of is what freedom is, right? Now, freedom in the Bible is almost the same kind of a thing. It's the freedom of choices. You have your own choice. God does not make you do anything. He gives you the choice. He gives you a choice whether you can do one thing or another thing. So in the Bible, there's a bunch of verses in the Bible that talk about this. The one from Galatians says, Galatians, they were people that lived, I don't remember the name of the town, but they were Galatians. And I think it was Paul went and talked to them, right? And he said, my friends, you were chosen to be free. So don't use your freedom as an excuse to do anything you want. Use it as an opportunity to serve each other with love. All that the law says can be summed up in this command. Love others as much as you love yourself. All right, so this is what he's saying. He's saying, you have the freedom to make your own choices. You have the freedom to walk the world, right? Nobody's going to say you can't think what you want to think. But with that freedom comes a responsibility. With that freedom, especially when you're talking about Christians, we have a responsibility to take care of other people. That's our responsibility. That's what Jesus said. He said, you are going to make your own choices. But those choices, if you want to be with God, those choices have to take care of other people. You have to think about other people. Be there for other people. Take care of those who can't take care of themselves. And it can come in different ways. You can go next door to your older neighbor and you could bring them dinner, make them dinner. You can see a little child who needs help on a bicycle and you can help them. You can see that your friend needs a friend to talk to and be there for them. There's ways to do this. Freedom does not mean no rules. Freedom doesn't mean that we don't have laws. You have to have laws because the government has freedom too, and they have a responsibility. And so do all of us, not just Christians, all of us. We have a responsibility to take care of people who need to be taken care of. We have a responsibility to be good to other people. And this is true no matter whether you're Christian or Jewish or any other religion. Anything. You have a responsibility to take care of those in your area and in the world. So when people are saying, well, we need freedom to be able to do what we want to do, you still have to follow the rules. In school, you have the freedom to remember what the teacher's telling you or not. If you don't, you might not pass the class, but you have the freedom to not do it. You don't have the freedom to hurt other people. You don't have the freedom to go against the rules of school or the rules of home or the rules in the world. So, when we talk about the 4th of July, we're talking about a great responsibility. We have a great responsibility in this country, in this world, in our religion, in our homes, and in our families. And that responsibility is to use that freedom that God gave you and that the government gave you to take care of other people, to make this world a better place for other people. By making this world a better place for other people, by helping them and being there for them and listening to them and caring about them, you're making the world a better place for you, for your family. When you make the world a better place, then God's world is a better place. It's where we want to be. So way back in the 1700s, when the people in the United States didn't have any choices, they had to do what somebody else told them. And they came up with the idea of having their own country where you can have a say in those rules. They didn't say we're not going to have rules. They didn't say you could do whatever you want. They said you have a choice in helping to decide what those rules are going to be. Way back then, when they decided that, they knew that we have a responsibility to each other. So when you're celebrating the 4th of July and you're doing the fireworks and you're having the barbecue or a picnic or hanging with your family and you're upset because you can't go to a restaurant, or you're like frustrated because you have to wear a mask, you think about that. Think about, why do I have to wear a mask? You have to wear a mask so other people don't get sick. You have to stay home more so that so many other people don't get sick, so that we can go out again. So that's what the 4th of July is about. It's not about doing whatever you want to hurt other people. It's about making choices to help other people. In the Bible, there's all kinds of Bible verses about this. In Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, it says, now the Lord is the Spirit. We know that, right? And where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. From Peter, 1 Peter, it says, live as people who are free. Don't use your freedom as a cover-up for evil, but live as servants of God. Honor everyone. Take care of everyone. Love the brotherhood. Fear God and honor. In Psalms, David, he wrote Psalms. Out of my distress, I called on the Lord, and the Lord answered me and set me free. The Lord said, you have a choice. You have a choice to do what you want. You have a choice every single time you do something. You have that choice. When we say, God, thy will be done, that means that we need to do what God's telling us to do. God gave us that choice. God gave us a choice whether we believe him or not. God gave us the choice whether we will go to church or not. He's not telling us any of that. But with that choice comes responsibility. And the responsibility is to take care of those who need us and love us. And their responsibility is to take care of others. Mommy and daddy's responsibility is to take care of you. Miss Kathy's responsibility is to teach you as much as I can. Pastor Joshua, his responsibility is to open up that side of life for you. We all have a responsibility, and so do you. So, enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your family. And know that there's rules, but there's good reasons for those rules. And God appreciates those rules. And we follow the rules and we take care of those others, we'll be with God. Isn't that the whole point? That we can be with God? That we have a good, happy life. When you do for others, you feel good yourself. So I love you, and I miss you. And maybe I'll see you Sunday, and maybe I'll see you soon. But take care. Have a good week. Love you.